just take a few seconds for the Toshiba E30 in it. E30. It's up there. It's just starting up. It's still got the Region 2 DVD of Troy in it. I tried the HDVD of Troy last night. And of course, it's Warner Brothers. It didn't play very well, and yeah, it started freezing up, and that HDVD's dead. I think nearly all the Warner HDVDs I would probably have are probably dead, so I'm gonna have to look like I might upgrade the Troy. I think I'll wait until probably they release a 4K version one day, whatever. I don't want to buy it on Blu-ray. I've got it on DVD, so I mean, it's not really a film I watch that much, but it's interesting. Hector! Just waiting for it to start up. There's not a signal going through it to it. That's why it was saying invalid format, because there's not a signal yet going to as it's trying to get a handshake. So it's in start up at the moment. I think it should be ready now, at least. That's one thing about the Toshiba, the HDVD, they're very slow at starting up. Yeah, the little bleep bleep bleep. Just waiting if it is starting up properly, or if it's had a glitch at starting up. It's no wonder HDVDs are dead format. Horrible, dead video. No, horrendous, dire, dead video disc. HDVD, you know, I'm not getting a signal up on the bloody thing yet. I think it's had a glitch when starting up. Because these are like bloody computers. If I try and... yeah. I think it's had a little glitch starting up. Do it again. Okay. And the HDMI lead is connected, isn't it? I was only using it last night, I think. But, you know, with my cats, I can never tell what goes on. It's very slow at starting up, that Toshiba. And there's quite a lot of HDVDs I've got that I haven't even played yet. I've got them with the player, a bundle. Should start up. Should come up now. It's saying a message on the loading. It's like watching paint dry, isn't it? It says it's playing now, and got a signal up there, but I'm not getting a signal on the video. Let's do that, because I know the does have a video handshake issue. That's the TV's turned off. Can't have one thing without the other. I know there's a bit of a glitch. Try again. So it can't be the, you know, the output lead to the... go to oh, that menu's not coming up. I know what to do. Just stop the AVR, turn it off, turn it back on. Picture should come up now. See, glitch. Bit annoying really with a flagship, a load of bullshit if you get my understandable meaning there, because it is a bit overrated, that bloody AVR. It's a pile of crap. The only thing is you can't get the what's it menu when you go up to the... Yeah, I couldn't even get very far with the bloody film last night. I mean, I tried jumping to other chapters and it didn't want to do it. Didn't want to do it. DVD's not too bad, but in some parts of the image you can see where it's shabby on certain angles of where it looks bit steppy. The image kind of steps, so it doesn't have a smoothness in the, because the line resolution's not there, but still looks okay. I'll just play it through the Cp200. So I'm not using the centre back surround. Unless I go through the preset number 6 and then turn off the overhead surrounds, because I know what they do. They're not really doing any big magic sort of thing, unless it's a native Nix Atmos. And then activate the rear back surround. I was thinking of putting another decoder on for the Cp200. I've got another kind of like Matrix EX decoder. It's a Dolby EX 4, I think.
I've seen this moment,
or DSE 4.
I'll make a pact with you, with the gods as our witnesses. Let us pledge that the winner will allow the loser all the proper funeral rituals.
There are no pacts between lions and men. Now you know who you're fighting.
Yeah, I was just checking the input levels, because I had Stargate playing earlier, and it was a bit of a low level. I had to raise the level up, because you've got you can change the levels on the inputs.
You won't have eyes tonight. You won't have ears or a tongue.
So I've got to reset my Laserdisc levels. Otherwise I'll put another Laserdisc on that's got very high dynamic range level in it. It'll only clip the AVR, which is only used as a processor. You know, I have to put up with the PAL speed up, you know, because the tempo speed on the music is just going to be a little bit tiny pitch faster. Oh, it's still, you know, it's still brilliant even in without centre backs around. It's still great on the surrounds. Wow. Oh, wow. Wow, wow. Wing. Yeah, it's Fight Club. It's Fight Club. Welcome to Fight Club, Hector. First rule of Fight Club: no kicking sand in the face. No throwing rocks. Uh-oh, here comes my kitty. Magic catastrophe. He knocks things over, he puts his paws on the remote, he stops the whole show, don't you? He's beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Get up, Prince of Troy. Get up. Won't let a stone take my glory.
Bit of a sad film, this, or sad story, because you know all these events, they happened in history. And it's really sad story. Oh, what a downer. Oh. What a downer of a movie.
Find peace, my brother.
Screen looks a bit bluish there, but it's not. It's because of the colours coming
If they
through.
ever tell my story, let them say I walked with giants. Men rise and fall like the winter wheat, but these names will never die. Let them say I lived in the time of Hector, tamer of horses. Let them say I lived in the time of Achilles.
Wow. Wow, what an ending. Wow. Wow, that James Horner music score. Wow.
I will still be here.
as long as you hold me in your memory. Remember when your dreams have ended, time can be transcended. Just remember me. I am the one star that keeps burning so brightly.
It's a good mirror. You know, reflective mirror. Mute the LCR. Otherwise I'd have this playing through on the other format. So I've got the 5-screen channel playing with the centre back surround. And maybe below surround. And put the LCR back on. Left, right, the centre back on. Mute the LCR. Nice echo of it in the surrounds. Put the centre on. Left, right on. Wow. So many faders, you know, like Darth faders. Anyway, so I could use mute it there, and boom, still got the levels. What where the fader is on the Cp200, to show me the levels. Go to the preset 6 and preset 7. So I've got to do a few little calibration adjustments still. And of course got that fader there. Of course that's going to bring everything else on the down. You can hear the difference there, but I need to calibrate it or align it. I like the Cp200. I mean, it's wow, it's cool. So it's kind of like playing back films with similar frequency response to what would be in the cinema. So the frequency response here is a little bit different compared to that, but it can be adjusted. It takes a little bit of effort, time to do it, because you've got to use pink noise and a frequency sweep, so it takes quite a bit of testing to get everything spot on, so the level and frequency response, but it'll only be so near, not 100% transparent, because they're two different sort of things. Even still going through the SDDS. Come on, Maggie. Wow, that sounds nice and musically through the CP200. So I got my headers on the CP200, which are on the magnetic preamp up here, and they're set to 100 millivolt. So these meters are going to sometimes go up a little bit too high, but I was thinking, you know, just by switching them over to the 1 volt position, and that, you know, obviously lowers things down, and then you need to increase the level input up through a preamp and such. So I was thinking, I don't know, might look at the if I pull that card out, the sound will go out. Those are the headers here. And what you do is you reverse them, but they're just resistors on there, certain values. I was thinking maybe make a modification, so because anyway, I go back one header's like for like here, and another one there, and another one for there, if you know what I mean, because there's 1, 2, 3, and there's 1, and there's 2, and there's 3, even though it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I'm going to do is make probably a modification to put a variable. Put some variable. Oh, look at that DTSES logo. Did you see that? Wow. Look at that. Because this was in EX as well, and I think DTS, they had their version called DTS ES, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 channels. Kind of pointless if you fucking pointless if you ask me, because, you know, you got STDS 8 channel, you know, and you can put a matrix on that, and yeah, it's just competition.